Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start a new chapter from English. The first chapter we have completed very well. That was a poem written by Robert Frost, The Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. That chapter is finished and the related exercises also were given. Now we are going to start a new chapter, that is an unusual birthday gift. Okay, here it says about a birthday gift given by our former Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He gave a birthday gift to his daughter Indira. That's our former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, or ex-Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. And then this is happening when Pandit Nehru was in the prison. Okay, so he is giving some advices to his daughter Indira when he was in the prison. Okay, that was his present, or that was his birthday present from the jail. You also may have some experiences of receiving what wonderful gift from your parents and from your relatives at the time of your birthday. Okay, but this is an unusual. Sometimes your gift, it may be what, something material, some kinds of material, giving something, some objects giving to you as your gift, or as a gift to you at the time of your birthday. But here the daughter Indira is in the house and Pandit Nehru is in the jail. From the jail he is giving the birthday present. So there is nothing, or nothing can be given as material from the jail, or nothing can be given as a present, solid present, nothing can be given. So he is writing a letter to his daughter Indira and giving many advices to the daughter, how to behave in the situation or society, how to act in some situations, then how to be in the society. Such all the things are giving by whom? Pandit Nehru to his daughter through a letter. That is the chapter. So we can enter to the chapter. You all open your textbook and then open the chapter, an unusual birthday gift. Okay, then we can see the chapter and see the points. Okay, children, you open your textbook and take this chapter, an unusual birthday gift. So as I told you, this is here, the gift is only what? A letter from the jail to whom? To Jawaharlal Nehru's daughter Indira. Indira is, no, she is our ex-prime minister. So when he wrote, he is writing the letter to his daughter. So he is introducing daughter Indira. So just look at the textbook. Letters are a thing of the past in today's world of email and messages. However, letters were the only mode of communication a few decades back. Apart from carrying the unique personal stamp in the form of a person's handwriting, letters were the virtual storehouses of information and feelings. When Pandit Nehru was in prison, he used to write regularly to his daughter Indira, our ex-prime minister. Letters to my daughter is a collection of his letters that he had written from the prison. Okay, this is the first paragraph in the warm-up part. See, here it says about the importance of letters. That is the main point here. And what is the content of this chapter, that is also simply given there. So look, letters are a thing of past, means letters now the persons not using letters, it was the thing of past. Okay, in today's world of email and messages, now it is the world of email and messages, no? So when we are using email and messages or WhatsApp, such things, when we use, letters are an old thing. That is the simple idea from this line. However, letters were the only mode of communication a few decades back. Now it is so, means nobody is using letters. Most of the people are using what? Most of the people is using what? Email and messages. So letters are old, but these letters were the only mode of communication a few decades back, many years back. When we think, there was no email, there was no messages, there was the only method, that was what? Letters. Okay, apart from carrying the unique personal stamp in the form of a person's handwriting, letters, no, if you are just looking, there is some handwriting. Apart from that handwriting, what it contained? What? Letters were the virtual storehouses of information and feelings. One's feeling, one informations, one's what we say emotions, such all things are expressed through what? Through the letters. So it has such a wide meaning, and wide many things can be expressed through, or it was expressed through the letters. Then when Pandit Nehru was in prison, he used to write regularly to his daughter Indira. You know, if you are not in your house, or if you went anywhere, then your parents used to call you, repeatedly. Where are you now? What are you doing? What happened? Like that. Then here, instead of that, at that time there was no phone, so that's why he is using what? Letters. Then our Indira means our ex-prime minister. Letters to my daughter. Look, this you want to note. Letters to my daughter is a collection of his letters that he had written from the prison. Look, letters to my daughter. Letters to my daughter, that is his what? Collection of letters that he wrote for his daughter from the prison. So that word you have to remember, letters to my daughter. So this you have to read. I think it is clear to you. Then now let us read a letter that Pandit Nehru wrote on Indira's birthday, that we can see, that is coming in the next part. Now look, let's read Central Prison, Naini, October 26th of 1930. So from where Pandit Nehru is writing this? From the Central Prison of Naini, October 26th, 1930. My dear Indira, on your birthday you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. Good wishes you will still have in full measure, but what present can I send you from Naini prison? My present cannot be very material or solid. They can only be of the air and of the mind and spirit, such as a good fairy might have bestowed on you. Things that even the high walls of prison cannot stop. That is the first paragraph. Look, my dear Indira, he is calling his daughter. On your birthday, you have been in the habit of receiving presents. As you also, on birthday, you have the habit of receiving present from your parents then relatives, like that he is asking or saying the daughter, on your birthday you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. You are also having such a habit of receiving present and good wishes. Good wishes you will still have in full measure. Means he is also sending what good wishes in full measure means in the largest amount possible, means maximum. He is also sending what good wishes. But what present can I send you from Naini prison? As material gift or as something, nothing can be given from the Naini prison. He is in the jail now. That's why he cannot send any material, but wishes can be sent. My presence cannot be very material or solid, means materialistic, or some item or object cannot be sent, or solid means that is also, or solid item or a material or a gift or present item cannot be sent from the prison because he is in the jail now. They can only be of the air and of the mind and spirit. That we say now, the air of, listen, they can only be of the air and of the mind and spirit. His soul can be sent, then his mind can be sent, and of the air means the air present with him. Such things only can be sent. No other thing can be sent from the jail because he is in the jail and it is having a high wall, so he cannot come out. So the air, mind, spirit, such things only can be sent as a material, nothing other than can be sent. Then such as a good fairy might have bestowed on you. Look, fairy means what do we say, something, some angel, something like that, might have bestowed on you. Bestowed means gave a gift or something valuable. So such things only can be sent from the jail, that he is saying. Then things that even the high walls of the prison cannot stop. That means this kind of things, the air or the mind, spirit or any fiery, that cannot be stopped by the walls or prevented by the walls of the jail. Such things only can be sent now. He is saying like that in the letter. So once again I will read, you just look. On your birthday you have been in the habit of receiving presents and good wishes. Good wishes you will still have in full measure, but what present can I send from Naini prison? My present cannot be very material or solid. They can only be of the air and of the mind and spirit, such as good fairy might have bestowed on you. Then things that even the high walls of the prison cannot stop. So he is saying about a fairy. Fairy, it is having another meaning, that a book, okay, that have bestowed on you. Such a gift also can be given, but from here Naini jail he cannot send anything. Okay, so this paragraph simply he is starting the letter to his daughter and he saying the daughter about the present and his situations. So this is in the first. Look, you know, sweetheart, how I dislike sermonizing and doling out good advice. When I am tempted to do this, I always think of the story of a very wise man I once read. Perhaps one day you will yourself read the book which contains this story. He is saying to his daughter, you know, sweetheart, how I dislike sermonizing and doling out good advice. That means he does not like what sermonizing means, giving advice. Doling means that is also saying something. So that he does not like, that he is asking, you know my sweetheart, how I dislike sermonizing and doling out good advice. Then when I am tempted to do this, then when I want to give, tempted means he was compelled to do this, I always think of the story of a very wise man I once read. And whenever he has to give some advice, he will think about the story, a story once he read, that was very wise man. Perhaps one day you will yourself read the books which contain this story. He is saying one day you also will read this book containing this story. He is saying so. Then 1300 years ago, means many years, 1300 years ago, there came a great traveler from China. He is saying to his daughter, that much years ago, means 1300 years ago, a great traveler came from China to India in search of wisdom and knowledge, means for getting knowledge, for study purpose. One person, one great traveler came from China to India. His name was Huang Zhang. His name was Huang Zhang. And over the deserts and mountains of the north he came, means the path, his difficulties for traveling is explaining there. Braving many dangers, while coming he faced many dangers, and through the mountains and deserts he came. Okay, that means his path was not so clear. Then facing and overcoming many obstacles, while coming many things that prevented his journey, then also by overcoming all that he came. Okay, so great was his thirst for knowledge, means he was very much interested, or he was such a goal for getting knowledge. That's why the difficulties were not a problem. It was not an obstacle. Obstacle means something that prevent our forward coming. Okay, that is called obstacle. So many obstacles were there. That was not an obstacle, or that was not a prevention, or that was unable to prevent him from coming to India for getting knowledge and wisdom. And he spent many years. So there was many difficulties, many problems. Then also after overcoming, surviving all this, he came to India. Then look, and he spent many years in India. So he lived many years in India, learning himself and teaching others. He learned himself and he taught many others. So he was a teacher and he was a student simply. Especially at the great University of Nalanda, he was studying and teaching in Nalanda University, which existed then near the city, that used to be called Padaliputra. That Nalanda University was in the city called Padaliputra, and now that area is known as Patna. Okay, at that time it was Padaliputra, now it is Patna. Huang Zhang became very learned, means he studied very well and he learned himself, and he was given the title of Master of Law. Okay, so Huang Zhang studied very well and he got a title Master of the Law. So that much he studied, and that was a title given to him for his achievement. So with this we can stop today. So 3 paragraphs we covered, that you study very well, try to read very well, then the meanings, new meanings, that also new words, that also you try to understand. The meaning will be given at the lower end of the lower side of the textbook. So try to read very well, and while reading repeatedly you will be able to understand the meanings of the words, and the usages also will be. So everybody read those paragraphs repeatedly, and repeated reading will help you for giving a good idea about the things that was explained in the chapter. Okay, so once again, this is a letter that was written by whom? Our former Prime Minister or ex-Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru to his daughter, that was also our ex-Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, when Nehru was when Pandit Nehru was in Naini prison. Okay, from there he was unable to send any material gift or solid gift, so he is writing that he cannot give such a gift, so he can give only good wishes and the air, mind, spirit, such things, and the fairy that was bestowed for her for her birthday. Such things he is explaining, and he is saying about his dislikes for giving advice or sermonizing and rolling advices, and whenever he has to give such advices, he used to refer what a book, a story called Very Wise Man, and that was saying, or he is saying to his daughter that you are also able to, or you perhaps you yourself will read that book in future, saying so. Then a story of a wise man came from China, Huangsang, then 1300 years ago. That in that paragraph he is saying about a Chinese, he came in thirst of knowledge and wisdom. To get it from China, he came by preventing or overcoming many obstacles and many blocks. By preventing or overcoming that, he came here and spent many years here, and he studied or learned many things by himself from Nalanda University, and he was a teacher there also. It was at Padaliputra, now it is called Patna, and he got a title Master of the Law. That much we discussed. Now we can wind up. So study very well, means read as it is a language, read and make it fluent to you, and try to understand the overall idea. That much is only needed. So wish you all the best, and you all, once again I am saying, read and try to read repeatedly and try to achieve the points and make it fluent for reading. Okay, thank you children. Balance all we will discuss in the next class. Now we can finish or we can wind up our chapter. Let's see in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.